The year was 1855. February arrived, blanketing the English countryside in a pristine layer of snow. The morning of February 8th dawned clear and crisp over South Devon. As the sun rose higher, casting long shadows across the frosted landscape, something strange caught the eye. Across the region, from the Exe estuary to the towns of Topsham and Exmouth, a peculiar sight unfolded. A trail of hoof-like footprints, seemingly made by a single creature, stretched for miles. These were not the tracks of any known animal, at least not any familiar to the local people. This was no ordinary winter's day. This was the beginning of the enigma that would become known as the Devil's Footprints. The footprints appeared overnight after the snowfall had ceased. This meant whatever creature had made them had moved silently and unseen under the cover of darkness. The mystery deepened as the footprints were found in a variety of seemingly impossible locations, across rooftops, high walls, and even spanning rivers and streams with no indication of breaking the surface. Fear and speculation gripped the communities of Devon as word of the bizarre footprints spread like wildfire. The footprints themselves were striking in their uniformity and strangeness. Each print measured approximately 4 inches long and 3 inches wide, maintaining a consistent size and shape throughout the entire trail. The tracks were clearly not those of a dog, a horse, or any other familiar animal. The stride, too, was unlike any known creature. The distance between each print was remarkably consistent, measuring anywhere from 8 to 16 inches apart. This suggested a creature moving with an unnatural and measured gait, further fueling the growing unease among the locals. These were not the random wanderings of a lost animal. These prints implied purpose and direction. Even more bewildering, the tracks seemed to defy the laws of nature. They appeared on rooftops covered with fresh snow, with no sign of disturbance or melting that would indicate an animal's weight or body heat. The tracks continued across frozen rivers and streams as if the creature had walked on water, leaving the icy surface unbroken. The more people saw and spoke of the footprints, the more entrenched the image of the supernatural became. The strange events of that February morning sent ripples of curiosity and fear throughout the region. Naturalists and scientists of the time were eager to offer rational explanations for the phenomenon. Some suggested the tracks were made by a hopping animal, such as a rabbit or a kangaroo rat, their footprints distorted by the snow and ice. Others proposed that the tracks were created by a balloon, perhaps used for meteorological experiments. They theorized that a rope or instrument dangling from the balloon could have created the markings, dragging across the snow as the wind carried it along. However, these explanations failed to fully account for the consistent shape and spacing of the prints, or their presence in such seemingly inaccessible locations. The balloon theory, while plausible to some, couldn't explain how a rope or instrument could leave such defined hoof-like impressions. Moreover, the idea that a balloon could maintain such a precise and consistent course over a distance of miles, navigating rooftops and rivers with ease, seemed highly improbable. The mystery of the Devil's Footprints refused to be easily solved. As speculation mounted and scientific explanations fell short, whispers of the supernatural began to circulate. The image of the devil himself leaving his mark on the snowy landscape took root in the imaginations of the people of Devon. Local folklore was rich with tales of demonic entities and otherworldly beings, and the footprints seemed to offer tangible proof of their existence. Some villagers recalled old legends of a spectral hound with fiery eyes that roamed the moors, its paws capable of leaving behind scorching imprints. Others spoke of ancient curses and vengeful spirits seeking retribution on the living. The footprints, appearing so suddenly and inexplicably, played into these deep-seated fears and superstitions. The timing of the event, occurring during the dark and cold depths of winter, only served to amplify the sense of unease. Winter was traditionally a time associated with death and dormancy, a time when the veil between the worlds was said to be thin. The Devil's Footprints became a tangible manifestation of the unseen forces that were believed to hold sway during this vulnerable period. News of the Devil's Footprints spread rapidly beyond the borders of Devon, carried far and wide by the burgeoning media of the time. Newspapers across England and even as far away as America picked up the story, eager to capitalize on the public's fascination with the strange and unexplained. Sensationalized headlines screamed of demonic visitations and supernatural occurrences, fueling the flames of fear and speculation. Illustrations depicting monstrous creatures with glowing eyes and cloven hooves, leaving their mark on unsuspecting villages, captivated the imaginations of readers. The press, whether intentionally or not, played a significant role in shaping public perception of the events. The Devil's Footprints became a national sensation, with people from all walks of life offering their own theories and interpretations. The media coverage had a profound impact on the people of Devon. The once dismissed whispers of the supernatural were now being given credence by respected news publications. The sense of unease that had initially accompanied the discovery of the footprints transformed into genuine fear for many. The Devil's Footprints were no longer a local curiosity. They were a national mystery, and their implications seemed to reach far beyond the snowy fields of Devon.